Peace, world. How you doing? Welcome to another episode of NYP Talk Show. I am your good brother, Mikey Fever. Don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. We got super chats. We have merch on the website. All we need is you to get involved, to interact, and show that love. Peace to you all tonight. Good morning, wherever you at. Good morning, good night, wherever you waking up. Whichever part of the planet you're waking up at. Or I'm over here all tongue twisted. Tonight, we got a special guest, a familiar face, a legend within this community that brought out a lot of information. Some may find it controversial, but the brother does stand on his square and he delivers. We have the good doctor, Aleem L Bay. Welcome, my brother.
Peace, 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 brother Mikey. What's going on with you?
All is well, brother. Y'all here looking, got the fresh cut. I was telling him before we got on, he's looking like a tragedy Gaddafi on here, like he's about to spit that foul Mahdi. You know what I'm saying? Remember Intelligent Hoodlum? Yeah, you looking sharp, man.
Yeah,
So that's peace, man. So tonight we'll be talking about hoodoo. What is hoodoo? And you know, we see shows American Horror Story, you know, where they speak about voodoo and hoodoo. We heard things from people in the South who say grandmother had this old way of working things, herbs and conjuring and all that. But we want to get an understanding of what hoodoo is, because we can't speak without one without the other. And we all within the diaspora and here within America have a craft, have a spiritual practice that we do outside of organized religion. So, Dr. Aleem, first question I got for you, my brother.
Okay.
We better get it good. What makes hoodoo an African American spiritual tradition?
Well, I guess we have to start first with the difference between voodoo and hoodoo. Oftentimes we have hoodoo and voodoo, they're often confused, but they actually are two distinct spiritual and cultural practices.
Yes.
Voodoo is more of a organized religion, in which that started in West Africa, or began in West Africa, as they would say. Hoodoo, on the other hand, is not rooted in religion or organized religion. It doesn't have to be. It can be individual, independent. It can be utilized, as they would say, by a root worker or someone who know the science of herbs, so forth and so on. Normally, oftentimes when we talk about hoodoo, we're talking about that it has its start or its origin in Louisiana. And oftentimes hoodoo is called Louisiana voodoo, but is normally had its start there. And the person who popularized it the most probably was Marie Laveau.
Okay, I heard of her before.
Mm-hmm.
New Orleans. Okay, because you know, based upon my I do like too much. I didn't go in depth in my research. I know hoodoo, as they put it, is a mixture of African American tradition, like knowing the roots and stuff, and some Native Indians, I believe.
Right. Exactly.
And I believe was it some Baptists involved in that?
Well, we can say Baptist or some other type of even other forms of Christianity, such as in Santeria, that would be Catholicism, the Catholic Church.
Yeah. That's dope. All right, so we getting somewhere with this. How did hoodoo survive slavery and oppression?
Actually, it was utilized during slavery. It was utilized in the Haitian attacks by with France against the Haitians. It was utilized here in the Americas with the attacks from Britain and the other foreigners, in which that now have settled the land. But yeah, it was settled. It was utilized, here as a form of protection as a form of being connected to the ancestors and
Yeah.
being able to have some type of guidance. We utilize that as a form of guidance. Nowadays, we might use tarot cards or tarot card, um,
Mm,
some type of ruins, some type of other divination system.
got you. I got you. Okay. Okay. So I've seen that before with New
Mhm.
Orleans, as you mentioned, the New Orleans, and I know in Haiti we had a similar thing. That's why I'm saying both kind of parallel because they involve some African and some indigenous
Right,
practices in their spirituality in there.
right,
So within hoodoo, they often say, like I know in voodoo they say it's when somebody's chosen, they say Shwazi, you're chosen. But they also say, I believe in hoodoo, it does the same thing where it says this person has been called to hoodoo.
right. Hmm.
So like is that done through like is it passed down through the lineage, through family?
Yeah. Oftentimes it's passed down genetically. The memories of your ancestors, you are a concentration of. So being able to tap into those spirits or the ancestors
Mm,
becomes very easy. Definitely more easier than it would be if it was someone who was just beginning their um, the beginning stages of
mm,
practicing. But someone who is already, you know, second, third, fourth, generational, um, practitioner will have special powers. They will have more insight. They will be able to be able to see. So they will have what is called clairvoyance,
mm,
mediumship, being able to tell what's getting ready to happen. They give a future telling or fortune telling, as they refer to it as.
got you. Got you. Okay. I know there are some amulets, talisman, and charms given in other practices, right? Every practice has that amulets, charms,
Right,
and
right, right.
talisman given, right?
Mhm.
What is a mojo bag in voodoo?
Well, that's the key. Mojo bag or gris-gris um, is a bag in which they oftentimes have herbs, certain other items such as crystals. Some say rocks as they refer to them as, or but crystals, precious gemstones. In particular, one would a good one would be lapis lazuli.
Lapis
Um,
lazuli, a crystal,
right,
right?
right, right. Um, and some other things in which that was dear to a practitioner or to a family member in which that they end up having it. I know women, when I was growing up, women would have their bags and they would put it inside their bras,
Mm-hmm.
pinned it, to their bras,
Mm,
and they would have it with them in that manner.
got you. I got you. I got you.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
So we spoke about the mojo and the gris-gris bag and stuff
right.
like that. Got you. How being that you're a herb man yourself, you're a herbalist, you know what I'm saying, over here sounding all crazy. I don't want the rosters to get at me. So Dr.
Mm,
Aleem's a herbalist, no? Okay.
yes,
How
I'm a master herbalist.
yeah,
I've
all
been
right.
studying. My mother started me on this path at 9 years old on the science of herbs.
Oh really?
She was a practitioner. My godmother was a practitioner. She was known as Mother Burnett from out of Harlem, New York.
Oh, and hoodoo.
She was a prophetess. She was
Oh
able
wow.
to see.
Oh
She
really?
was able to tell you. Um, there was Bernard. Bernard is going to come into your house at 2 o'clock in the morning, and and sure enough, Bernard coming into the house 2 o'clock in the morning. You just be
Mm.
ready, with your gun or whatever you need, because that's how good she was.
So you mean tell me both your mom
And my
and
grandmother
your grandmother
and
were
my
practice
godmother
godmother
who
were practice.
christened me, right,
Mm.
at a few months old.
And
Mhm.
And did they incorporate the Bible in their
Of course,
magic? Because I know a lot of
the,
people say they don't
the
do that.
the whole thing. No, in Hoodoo, you utilize the Bible. In particular, you utilize Psalms a lot. As a
Yes.
matter of fact, Psalms is a spell book. I
Mm-hmm.
have a book out in which that I break that information down. It's called The Divine Hymns of Uncton or Akhenaten,
Mm-hmm.
the occult powers of the Psalms,
Got you.
the art of candle magic or candle burning, and
Mm,
the aroma of incense. So
got
that's
you.
actually is the name of the book. I have another one in which it's called Herbs, Hoodoo, and Hoax.
Mm,
All right. So we know the difference between what's good and what's right and what's bad and what's wrong.
got you. Got you.
And I break that information down in those particular books.
And name of the book again, so for the listeners and viewers.
The Divine Hymns of Unk, as in Unk, the
Yeah.
source of life, Aton, Aton, Aton.
Mm, I
They
got.
just say Divine Hymns of Akhenaten, the 18th dynastic pharaoh, or Negu.
I got you. I got you. That's dope. See, now
Right.
we're gonna go. We're gonna dive. We're gonna dive into all that.
Mm-hmm.
So we spoke about. You said the herbs, right? How are herbs? How are herbs spiritually awakened when you're doing hoodoo? You know, every practice does that, but you know, how do you awaken the herbs when you're?
Through your own energy, through your own
Mm,
thought process.
got you.
For example, cinnamon is known within the field to be put within your wash water, and you can mop throughout your house with cinnamon, and it gives off a fresh aroma and get rid of
Mm.
negative spirits or entities.
Oh, cinnamon.
Um, right. People nowadays they use Florida water.
Yeah.
You know, they can use Florida water, wipe their walls and their floors down with.
Mm,
You know, give your home a bath, as they would say. Get rid
yeah.
of negative energies and spirits. You know, so that's just an example, you know, of what herbs can do. Um, we can go on. Mugwort. Mugwort is good. Also within your gris-gris bag or gris-gris bag, MOJO bag, or however you want to refer to it as, in which that you
Mm.
can place it under your pillow and it will bring lucid dreams,
Yeah, I heard
um,
about that mugwort.
out of body experiences,
Mm-hmm.
or OBEs as they refer to it as.
Mm. So the mugwort, I heard like they call it and you know in Creole they call it amoise, on Spanish artisma, something like that.
Stigma, right?
Artisma, right? I
Mhm.
was told that, as you mentioned, it is used for lucid dreaming, but you cannot consume too much of it sometimes.
Right, right.
Why is that?
That's because it can cause issues with the digestive system. But
Oh.
if you are able to just do a simple small cup, it can
Mm-hmm.
give you access to DMT, in which that also has the same ability to lucid dreams and out of body experiences, as well as also developing spiritual gifts.
Mm.
You
Got
know, your spiritual gifts would correlate to telepathy, telekinesis, clairvoyance, clairaudience,
you. Mm.
you know, psychchemistry. These type of gifts would also begin to start developing.
All right, so I'm gonna give you a scenario. I one day, say for instance, I come to your shop. I'll be like, Dr. Aleem, my hoodoo man, I need some help, bro. I'm having an issue. I'm having the most typical thing, like a legal justice issue.
Right.
How would you go about assisting me to resolve that matter?
All right. Well, then we have to go to candle magic.
Mm,
The candle would be a blue candle, and I will have you to read Psalms 8 and read Psalms 8 several times a day until you memorize it.
mm,
And Psalms 8 is good for get rid of problems in court cases,
Mm-hmm.
as well as also 8 can bring monies. You also can do 7 and 11
So okay,
as
I got
well. Mm-hmm.
you. All right. See, Aleem's I here not playing. See, I'm giving. See, I get a little free game, but the rest of them, yeah, I gotta go see the brother. And somebody says peace right here. All right, peace to you, brother.
Peace.
Nolan Felder. Peace to Ron Brown. Seven Shabazz. That's Aleem. Listening from from Missouri. Okay, shout out to Missouri. All right. What is the power of High John the Conqueror in Hoodoo?
All right. Number one, High John the Conqueror is the root of the 4 o'clock plant.
Clock plant.
All
Can
right.
you break it down for us?
Yeah. The root is what they refer to as High John the Conqueror, but it
Mm,
comes from 4 o'clocks, which is a plant in which that oftentimes hummingbirds love 4 o'clocks. And so you would see them around the 4 o'clock flower plants extensively. They love it,
mm-hmm,
you know. And hummingbirds don't just be any and everywhere.
mm,
But in this particular case, if you have 4 o'clocks, you will see hummingbirds, and that is High John the Conqueror root, which is the bottom portion of that um of that particular plant. And High John the Conqueror is known to conquer, dispel hexes,
mm.
to dispel negative spirits or entities, as well as some other things. Yes.
All right, because I have seen that candle, and particularly the color is always purple.
Mm-hmm.
I like, and it's usually a gentleman with whatever in his hand, you know, kind of people I notice they use that candle a lot. They will be like, he having an issue or you trying to win a
Right.
case over somebody. You put the candle, you write your intentions down on a piece of paper, you
Right.
put it under the candle to make it work. Hold on a second, my brother. We
Okay.
got some people in the building. Peace to Sully who jumped in. Knowledge corrected Mississippi. My bad. I thought Missouri said Mississippi. I appreciate that. Thank you. And we have a super chat from Moore's Uplifting Humanity. Peace and love, Brother Mikey and Dr. Aleem L Bay. Gratitude for all you do.
Peace.
Peace to you, brother. I appreciate the super chat, man. We appreciate you all. Thank you. It's an honor to have Aleem in the building, man. We get legends over here, but Aleem was one I used to watch a lot. As I was telling him earlier in Long Island University, this brother used to be out there dropping so much information. There are times people would just be like, what he said? And it sounds crazy to you, but when you really think about it, you'd be like, oh, wow, he made a lot of sense. Because, information is flowing so quick. Now, because some people cannot grasp their mind around it. To them, they're like, that sounds wild. But when you go back, you're like, hold up.
Right.
Because it's like intelligence, I always tell people, it's not a straight line. It's abstract. You got to catch on because they mind is just, moving.
Right.
So, that's peace right there. What is the meaning of red brick dust?
All right. Red brick dust
Mm-hmm.
can be used instead of what they call gopher dust, which
Yeah.
oftentimes is dust in which that you can actually get out the graveyard.
Oh, word?
Yeah. And it's to get rid of an individual in which that um can do you harm,
Mm.
and you want to get rid of them. Similar to hot foot powder, except it's more extreme.
Yeah, what is that? I heard of that before. I put powder. What is that?
Hot foot powder is a special blend of particular uh, dust, as I said. Like I said,
Mm-hmm.
it can be cayenne pepper and some other type of herbs,
Yeah,
you know, but you can put it in a person's shoes or, and they will walk away from you, no longer
got
will
you.
have any interaction with you.
Oh wow. So you could be in a
Mhm.
crazy relationship. You'd be like, I gotta, I gotta fix
Right,
this up real quick.
right, right, exactly.
Oh man. Uh,
Or,
is
as they say also, if you want to stop gossip
mm-hmm,
or someone putting a bad on your name,
mm-hmm.
you can freeze them.
Yeah, I was gonna get into yeah, go ahead. You know what? Go ahead, flow with that. What you be?
No, I was just you can um you know get an egg, right on the egg,
Mm-hmm.
on the person's name or whatever case is, and put it in the freezer.
And that's it. Put more ice, calm them down.
Right.
You know what's so dope? What you saying that? Because I have done that myself.
Hmm.
It does work. Or there are other tricks like see, like, again, I want to give respect. I don't want to cross them, but they are parallel, voodoo and hoodoo, in
Right.
certain to a
Right.
certain degree.
Right.
You could put write the person's name 7 times, put it in your left shoe with a thyme leaf, with a stem of thyme, and you step on them before you leave before leaving your house, and that person will never give you problems again.
Yeah. Right.
You understand? That person will be under control. Peace to El Guru. All right. Is there like an initiative right into hoodoo?
No, not necessarily into hoodoo, but it is within voodoo.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's dope. See?
Within the voodoo the religion of the voodoo,
Yeah.
the individual will go through initiation. Yes. Similar to the Ifa or the Yoruba, um, you know, Congo rites,
Mhm.
or what is known as Palo Mayombe and other Palos. Yeah, they will have to go through initiation. Within the hoodoo, no, you don't necessarily have to go through initiation.
Mm,
Like I said, you can start to practice, or if you have had practitioners within your family bloodline.
got you. I got you. So anybody just if a person just wake up one day say I would like to practice hoodoo, what they gotta do? Are there sources they could go through if they don't have family members that practice?
Most of the time, there's no real sources for the science of hoodoo, so they
Hmm.
will go into Wiccan, which is the
Okay.
pale man's version or pale woman's version of hoodoo.
Yeah.
Right,
And then from there, they could tie they could tie the two from there, right?
possibly.
Okay. I like I like how you said that. What does it mean to fix a trick? Like these terms that they use when they're like, "I'm gonna fix your trick." What is that?
No, just like you said, getting things under control,
Hmm.
mastering someone's steps or their path of movement, at least
Hmm.
around you anyway.
Hmm.
That they do something more positive, hopefully, you
Yeah.
know, to give them some type of energetic positivity or insight into doing things in which that would actually be a benefit.
Hmm.
Hmm.
We
Instead
got a
of
question. Oh, go
a
ahead.
distraction,
Yeah,
and being a liability.
I got you. I got you. Somebody got a question here. They asking. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to cut your
Right.
wisdom.
So,
Apologies. They say, is the seal of Solomon real, and can we use it?
oh yes, yes, yes. The so Solomon, you have a five, what's called a pentagram, and you have a hexagram, which is a
Mhm.
six points hexagram, and you can right there the word hex. Um,
Oh,
you know,
oh.
with the word hex or hexagram, you can utilize angels and demons.
Mhm. I
You
got
know,
you. And it's
yeah.
funny. I think Aleem. I think you're using telepathy on me, brother. Because you're talking about Wiccan. I got a Wiccan book right here.
Mhm. Yeah.
It's funny how you said that, and I got this right. I had this book right here since 2015.
Right. Right. Yeah. See.
You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
And see, there's plenty of books out on Wiccan, or
Exactly.
Wicca,
Hmm.
but there's not a lot of books out on the hoodoo.
Not a lot, you know.
Hmm.
And the person asked the question again. Rose Reed asks, can we use it for protection?
Of course, that's the reason why you would want to use hoodoo is for
Exactly.
specifically for protection. Because there's a lot of negative people in the world who want your demise, and so
Mhm.
you will want to protect yourself. First, I would say guard yourself in white light, and
Mm,
simply just making your whole aura white, and that will repel negative energies from you,
mm,
negative thoughts from you, or thought forms that's not meant to be beneficial from you. Um, so you will want to definitely learn to do that. Use your mind, because
yes.
that's the thing that we have is mind power.
Hmm.
Number one, and you are giving mind power to the candle, to the herbs, to any and everything in which that you happen to touch. Because when you touch herbs or when you touch a candle or anything, you leave an auric residue, and this
Yes.
auric residue has your last intention and your last impression left upon it. So if you burn it, then it's going to burn with that intention. So
Mm,
that's the science behind the art of candle magic or burning, is because it would leave that impression on which that you want. For example, like I said, you have a court date. Well,
yeah.
okay, well, you would do blue because blue is known for communication.
Hmm.
That symbolizes the throat chakra. Also, blue is the color of justice.
Yeah.
So you would use blue. So you would hold the candle in your hands and
Hmm.
state the prayers, the Psalms in which that we talked about, 7, 8, or
Yep.
11.
Hmm.
And with your own intention, think about you seeing yourself win the case, walking out of there, not giving
Yep.
them money or whatever the
Hmm.
case is, and then simply
Exactly.
light it and then go about your business. You
Yep.
don't want to, you don't want to keep going back over and over again, um, unless you are actually using it to strengthen and intensify. If you feel like you're not getting enough energy flowing and the candle, let's say like the flame on the candle is burning real low,
Yeah.
and you know that you need to amplify, more energy into that ritual.
Yes.
Now, if you got a high flame candle, then that means that the angels are working on your behalf and you get ready to smash that case.
Gary smashed that cake. What's so dope about how you mentioned that is the intention, because some people
Hmm.
they usually rely upon you if you have knowledge of this stuff, of the science. They'll usually ask you, charge the candle for me
Right,
or whatsoever. And I was always, my uncle, may he rest in peace, always would always say, I cannot get for you what you want. You have
right.
to. It's your intentions. Like, I could do my best to aid, but it's your intentions. How can one person build up their intention on faith? I think we lost connection here. Did we lose connection with the brother? Was it too much being said, people in here? Let me know if y'all still on. Oh man, we was just cooking. I think we just lost some connection with the brother. Somebody in the comment section, let me know if we're still on. Put a thumbs up, because I think we lost connection with Dr. Aleem. Yeah, I think we lost connection for a
Good.
second. Yeah, we lost connection for a second.
Oh, okay. There we go. I'm about to say, come on now.
Yeah, you see, as soon as we cooking, something happened like that. It's crazy,
Right,
right?
right.
All right, I'm still on. Could you still hear? How can one person build up their faith and intentions. What if
Right.
they don't have that?
That's through the power of mental hypnotism, self-hypnotism. So you
Mm-hmm.
have to say to yourself over and over again that you are that which that you think that you are. And
Mm-hmm.
based on what the Bible says, that is what you are,
Yeah, I am
So
what I am.
yeah, I am what I am, so Iya Esha Iya, is the Hebrew terminology. I am that which that I am. So Nuk Pu Nuk within the ancient Kemetic teachings, I am that which that I am. So over and over again, just by stating that you are
Mm,
powerful, that that you can heal instantly, that you have
mm,
ultimate protection, you know, 10,000 angels can come to your aid, those types of things, you know.
mm.
That is you saying it over and over again, until you become one with that thought and with that purpose, and it manifests.
All
So
right, brother Lean. Before you
um,
continue, brother, we got somebody in the comment section. Rosie Reese said, "I need help," and still here. What do you need help with, sister? We got the see you're hot, doctor. They need you, man.
okay, well,
You
I'm
know.
here for that.
What do you need help with, sister? Hopefully, brother or sister. My bad. I don't want disrespect now, but yeah. What is a crossroad ritual?
Oh well, that's Johnson's joint from back in the days.
Hmm.
They say he had to go meet the devil at the crossroads, and he
Yeah,
met the devil, and he learned how to play the guitar, and became the greatest guitar player of all times, at least
yeah.
during that time period. So the crossroads just simply mean Ishu Legba,
Mm,
or Legwa. I'm going to the crossroads. I'm going to meet with Ishu Legwa, a Legba, and he's the Lord of the Crossroads.
yeah.
Technically, his American, form would be a wolf.
Okay.
So anyone who's part of the Wolf Clan will be, part of that Ishu Legwa portion. He's the trickster. You
Yeah,
know, but Ishu is also the same word as Yashu, which is Yeshua, which is Jesus.
I got you. I
You
got you.
know, so um, one is Yoruba and the other one is Hebrew. And Yoruba or Igbo, that is actually talking about some of the Hebrew people, in which that they've discovered by way of DNA in Africa.
Got you. Got you. There's a lot of information you're giving out here, and I'm learning a lot more. Are there any dangers when practicing hoodoo where it could go left on you?
Of course, of course. Um, and everything is based on a person's intentions.
Exactly.
So if their intention is to harm, maim, kill, murder, then I mean that's what they're going to get. You know,
Mm,
so it would be wise to curtail them negative thoughts when doing a ritual. Completely, as much as possible. And try to vibe with the angelic forces, forces in which that deals with positivity,
mm.
you know. hmm
I got you. All
Yeah,
right. So
because people utilize reversible candles, you know. But if
yeah.
someone, yes, reversible candles are utilized because they oftentimes feel like somebody is casting or throwing spells or hexes at them, you know. But if no one is actually throwing a spell at you, then that can go wrong, you know.
Mm,
hmm
I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you. That makes so much sense what you said. How can one go about cleaning themselves?
Oh, they can actually take an egg and go down through their auric field, their
Mm-hmm.
body, and then take the egg and throw it out side and let it, break after
Mm-hmm.
you do the cleansing. You can sit in a tub of rosemary. You can
Bro.
also use frankincense and myrrh, or
Really?
frankincense or myrrh. Mhm. You can
Okay.
use that. You can um burn around you, or you can use sage and burn it
Say,
around you. Mhm.
got you.
Yep.
Somebody just said,
Santo Palo.
the Santo Palo Santo, that the
Yeah,
sticks, right?
Palo Santo. Yeah.
Got you. This person
Mhm.
said they just want peace and justice. Any recommendations for that?
Oh, yeah, 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 definitely, definitely. Just simply light a blue candle and state what you just said.
Mm.
Mhm.
Oh man. Why is it that hoodoo gets like it has a stigma about it? It gets a bad name. And I know how the Europeans felt about it, the slave
Oh,
owners felt
well,
about it, but
that's where it comes from, is because the slave master copies us, and he
mhm.
creates Wiccan or Wicca from Wicca, Wicca,
Yeah,
and but that is seen as, oh, that's the light. Uh,
yeah.
uh, you know. But then
Mhm.
we do the same thing. Oh, it's demonized. Oh, that's the devil. That's that's the devil. You
Mm,
know. So I mean, it comes from them demonizing what we do. You
got you.
know, and because of that, we take on that same perspective because allegedly we no longer practice those beliefs because we just believe in why Jesus, he's gonna come back and save me.
Speaking, you know what? Speaking of that, right? We have seen in some churches in the South. I've seen some documentaries and stuff like where they will have snakes in the
Right,
Baptist churches.
right, right, right,
Is
right.
that element of hoodoo right there?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, not to get bitten. That snake symbolizes the Kundalini. What they've done, they've taken something in which that was spiritual, um, you know, and metaphysical from a biblical standpoint. And what happened was is that in the Old Testament, it spoke about the fact of Moses, people was getting bitten by a snake. However, he was told by God to take the snake and put place upon a rod, and
Hmm.
this snake was made of bronze. And whoever looked upon this snake would not be bitten any longer. And so it's the same thing. Um, you know, the Baptists in the hills of Asheville and elsewhere in North Carolina, West Virginia, Virginia area, this area, they would actually utilize snakes in order to see how strong their faith is and if they would get bitten or not. And of course, you know, many of them have gotten bitten.
All right, crazy.
Because they're taking something that was once metaphysical, talking about the Kundalini, you
Hmm.
know, which is an internal power, and they try to make it an external um, event.
That's crazy. Crazy.
Mhm.
We have a question here. Are the sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th books of Moses part of hoodoo?
Um, Technically, yeah, you can utilize them for that. Sure can.
I got you. All right. So that's not. So that's what other things? So we spoke about the cleansing with the hoodoo and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Um, are they? I want to ask again. We spoke about the candle, the candle work, candle magic, with the
Mhm.
psalms, the spiritual baths. You say there's no. Is there like a system of like how in Santeria they have like
Mhm.
head washing and irrigations and stuff? Is that practicing hoodoo? Like a head washing to realign somebody?
Yes, yes, it is. Yes, that is practiced within hoodoo as well as also within voodoo. Your hair carries energies. And
Hmm.
so one of the places in which that oftentimes a person is attacked is
Yeah,
at the mid area. So that is to discombobulate the mind and throw the person frequencies off and to have them mentally scrambled.
hmm,
You know, when it comes to thinking, for they end up making wrong decisions, not being able to understand what's going on properly. Sometimes they become forgetful.
got you,
So all these things is because of someone casting a spell, you know, and they targeting your head area. And your head, of course, symbolizes Obatala,
got you,
um, within the Yoruba traditions of what they call, um, you know, the Yoruba traditions. And so what happened is that here we would have the equivalent in the Americas to Obatala.
mm,
And we would call by its Amaru or Amaru would be the more indigenous name for us utilizing it here in the Americas.
got
But
you.
it would be head attack. Yeah.
All right, the head attack, and then, also, we know, are there any other kind of phenomena, as they put it, within hoodoo? Because in Haitian voodoo they got the zombie thing aspect.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
We is that part of hoodoo?
I mean, it can be, yes. I mean, that's that at a whole much deeper level, but yeah, there people who've been able to raise the dead, you
Mm,
know, not just, doing the zombie thing, but actually being able to raise the dead within the hoodoo traditions, as well as also with, so we talk about the Louisiana voodoo, as well as Haitian voodoo, as well
mhm.
as the African voodoo. They're all part of the same voodoo system. However, there are distinct differences, as I said earlier. Louisiana voodoo is more so based on um, herbalism and
Mhm.
ancestral rites, not necessarily um, going and praising or giving credence per se to um, specific deities like Shango, Ishualekpa, Emiya, Oya,
Mhm.
Ogun, Oshun, Obatala, the seven African powers, because
Yeah.
we understand that those are nothing more than your seven chakras or the seven
Mhm.
Elohims, you know, in which that they end up worshiping something external of themselves when it was internal the whole time. And
That's deep.
Hoodoo have more of a grasp on that it was more internal than it is external.
I got you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that very much. And there's so many things I'm thinking about, like what other aspect of voodoo. I'm glad you said the seven African powers and the different deities, because I always thought John the Conqueror was a saint attached to hoodoo, but there's other things that they do. They praise it
Mhm.
pretty much the same saints that we use. That
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, within Catholicism, the Catholic Church, that's
Mhm.
what it, yep, yep, exactly.
I
Yep.
got you. I got you. So basically anybody can practice hoodoo if they wanted to. Anyone, no matter must it be tied to a particular ethnic group?
Uh, I mean, Urdu is our system,
Yeah,
the so-called African American, which I don't even like using that term, but the
yeah.
American Indian, or what we now refer to ourselves as the
Mhm,
Moors.
mhm,
This is ancient technology in which that we utilized back during the times of Atlantis, Lemuria, or what is called Mu.
mhm,
Um, we didn't wait to take it with us just within Egypt or Kemet, and then spread, and it got spread throughout the rest of Africa. We already had this information and system prior to that. So we utilize that which that we was able to remember. Because like I said, it's nothing more than mind power. Your mind is what we refer to as the magic wand. So,
Mhm.
you want to be a so-called magician, then you must learn how to use your magic wand, and your magic wand is your mind.
Got you. Somebody asks, how do we call on our monad?
You yourself, your mind is the monad, and so
Mm.
simply through your breath taps you back into the established connection between your physical body and your mental processes, which is your mind, i.e., your soul.
Mhm.
Your mind is your soul. Um, I can't see your mind or your soul, but I can see you breathing. And your breath of life is your mind in action. So that's how you gather the monad is through the science of breath.
Mm. I got you. All right. That's peace right there. That's a beautiful thing right there, man. I'm glad you came out here and spoke about hoodoo.
Hmm.
You broke it down for us. And for
Right.
those, as you mentioned, for those who are willing to get involved in hoodoo, you said it's best for them to go through Wicca first, study the Wiccan
No,
first.
not
Not really,
necessarily go
not
through it,
necessarily.
but
Yeah.
but that's probably the closest that they would get to it is by studying that information, those books. That's but of course, always keep it um American Indian. Always keep it, you know, to your Moorish link and
Mm,
lineage. You know, don't go into all the glitz and
the
you know,
glamour. Mhm.
oh, the airy fairy, type of what I'm saying, type of don't go there. You know what I'm saying, and incorporate Albion's all into your thought process and we the same, type of thing.
Yeah,
No.
mess yourself up out here, man.
Right. Don't mess yourself up. Don't get yourself confused. You know what I
Definitely.
mean?
All right,
Yeah.
come on.
Understand that you got a battle ahead, and that's what you're gonna utilize your gifts for, is
Hmm.
that battle. You in a war and you wanna win as many battles as possible, thus winning the war eventually.
That makes sense, man. I'm glad you mentioned that. I'm
Yeah.
glad you mentioned that. You go in there with a pure intention, do what you got to do,
Right.
protect yourself. As they said earlier, somebody said this earlier. Spiritual hygiene from Suli. That's a must.
Mhm.
Cleansing off like every 3 to 6 months. You cleanse off. It's important to
Right.
cleanse yourself, your home,
Right.
just everything, your aura, and staying
Right.
pure, man. We gotta have a part two about this, man. But we'll go a little deeper, man, and
Okay.
maybe learn more about the Commission sciences side, because we know what
Okay.
we know what we learned here in the North Americas, which was passed down, but go straight to the source itself.
Right.
Definitely about that. Listeners and viewers, don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. Dr. Aleem, if you want to reach out to him, where can they find you at, Dr. Aleem?
draleemlbay.com. And we got an event coming up in March 20th, 21st, and 22nd.
Oh,
3-day events, and you will hear some of the most profound sciences on the planet. So come on out for those 3 days.
all
I
right.
recommend all 3 days.
It's gonna
You
be New
know,
York or New
it's
York,
going to be in North Carolina.
North Carolina. Any
And
online access or no?
we might have online presence. We still seeing if we're going to do that, but Brother Bedell is going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
That's new brother that's on the scene dropping mad information.
Mm-hmm.
Sister Ark Ariel is going to be there with her medicines, indigenous medicines, the shrooms, the
Okay.
ibuga, the so forth and so on. As well as also brother Annie Osaru.
Okay.
He's going to be there. So we the masters are coming together so that we can drop this mad science on you. We're gonna be in that
During the
laboratory,
equinox, huh?
getting it in. during the equinox. Exactly.
Beautiful. He ain't playing, man. He's not playing fair. Like he is playing fair. I hear what you talking about, but he's doing. I like how you doing that, man. That's peace, man. Aleem, brother, it's always a pleasure to have you on here, my brother. Peace and love, man.
Thank you,
all
brother.
that you have done, man, and we got to get you back, man.
All right, no problem. No problem.
Go back, watch the show, and this is NYP, and we out. Peace.
We out.